Hey gamers, welcome back to Banished Souls Cryptic Gaming here. So we are playing New World Aeternum and it's time to create our character. And we're going to take you through the character selection where you create it, explain what it is I'm looking for, show you how to build out some characters. We're going to be building more than one obviously as we play this game. But the first one I believe we're going to work on is going to be some kind of a battle mage. If you played the beta, you know what to expect.
I don't like it. Sailing to an uncharted island with strange folk aboard.
Keep your voice down. I just want the captain to hear you.
It ain't the captain I'm worried about. It's our priest. If he's a man of the cloth, I'm the Virgin Mary.
All you seek will soon be yours, Captain. It is indeed the island of legend.
So you say. If you're wrong, the price of the voyage will be paid in blood. Yours. And those vagabonds you brought along.
They merely seek adventure, Captain. The island calls to those who forge their own destiny.
Can you hear the island calling you? Okay, so this is where we're going to pick our character. You can choose male, female, different classes if you wish. Let's see what we've got here. So this is the archetype. So if you're wondering what this is going to show you the different style of fighters that there are. And then you can actually go in and tweak the abilities that they have. So you may start with like a mystic and decide, you know what, I want some sword skills and things like that. You can always mix and match, but obviously you should have a base character in mind when you pick one, what it is you're looking for. A lot of people go with a ranger type, which would be something like using the ranger. Some folks prefer, you know, something a little further off as far as like, you know, some sharpshooters. So the musketeer, it'll have a muzzleloader or whatever, or a musket as your secondary weapon. Then of course it comes to your heavy DPS, which would be like war hammers, war axes and stuff. Then your typical balance builds would be soldiers. This is a good way to build a tank. So this here is what I prefer. I enjoyed the gauntlet and the fire staff during the beta, and you can always, like I say, add more stuff to it. Then of course you have your healing class here. This one does healer and it also does damage. And then here's another damage tank that you can use. So it looks like this one here has some sort of a rifle of some sort. But like I said, I've always been more of the mage style, so I actually enjoyed this pretty good. Then it tells you what their trade skills, what you start with. So it looks like you're going to start with some jewel crafting. Allows you to craft powerful jewelry, which means that you're going to be able to do, you know, enchantments and stuff like that to increase stamina and whatnot. Mining allows you to gather more valuable metal ore, so that's a good one to have. And then, of course, the smelting allows you to refine gathered ore into workable materials. But each one's going to have its own little trade that it can do. Me, I love the mining aspect and the smelting because you can actually build some stuff. Built some pretty good gauntlets last time, so we're definitely going to be focusing on that body type. I'm not worried about hitbox and all that stuff. We're going to use a male. That's just me, man. thought I changed that. There we go. Okay, then of course the naming of the character. I'm surprised it let me use that. Okay, entering Pangea region US, East Coast. Characters, fresh start worlds. Yep, that's it. That's where we're going. I very rarely put a lot of effort into creating what my character is going to look like. I don't know why. You can usually change it as you get into the game. Usually there's masks and cool armors and helmets and stuff, so I don't really care too much about what he looks like.
You lied to me, priest.
I warned you the journey would be difficult.
You said nothing about sailing through the very gates of hell.
Hell is all but inevitable for one such as you, Aldous Thorpe. The island offers something much greater than gold. Redemption. For me, and perhaps even for you. Do not fear the storm, Captain. Faith will see us through.
Uh-oh, looks like they crossed over into Skull and Bone territory. Yeah, I don't think my character was ready to take him on. That was a good move to drop a mast on him. Okay, so this is the part where they're going to give you your weapons that would normally come equipped on this player. So which would be the Frost Gauntlet, and of course the Untamed Fire Staff. We're going to go ahead and move that over too. Then of course there's this hood here, which is going to add some armor. Like I said, you get all kinds of different stuff. I personally am not too worried about, trying to keep what my character's going to look like. Your gear, as far as like what kind of armor and stuff you use, that's going to be changing over time. So let's see what we got here. We got Fire Staff. There's our Frost Gauntlet. Okay. I'm going to show you some basic grinding techniques too once we get to another area. So what you want to do is when you're in this little attribute area, you have weapons mastery. Now any weapon in this game, sword, shield, rapier, hatchet, you name it, you can build that up, and not only build it up, but you can come in here and assign. You have these special abilities. So like this one here was the ice storm. Then of course you have like ice spikes, wind shield, and various types of thing. The ultimate shield would be like your ultimate weapon and stuff. Then of course you have your builder, where you can have like your ice showers, ice pylons, and things like that. So there's a lot of different types of damage types that you can build off of. This would just be for just the gauntlet. I do like the gauntlet. It's a great ranged weapon. Now I do like something for close up too. So one of the things I think I'm going to focus on also is building some sort of a sword. Would be my secondary most likely, but I don't know, that blunderbuss, it was pretty cool with the beta, so I may go that way. Then of course you have like your life staff, which would be your healing. So it'll work as a damaging your foe, but it'll heal your allies around you. So I may go with something like that. I haven't really decided yet on. I don't typically do healing class. It's just too slow for me. But on the same note, if you're running dungeons, which is something I definitely want to do in this, dungeons, or they have raids and stuff, to be 20-player raids, it would be nice to have some dedicated healers. So I think that's something that I may end up doing, is just building a slash healing class DPS type of a mage with this thing. We'll just have to see how it goes, or I may make a dedicated healer as we go. But like I say, this is one of the things, guys, where if you're looking at this game and you're like, wow, I think I'm going to get that and I want to play with y'all. Hey, man, we're always looking for people to join in. We're new to the game just like everybody else. We are cross-platform, so if you're PC and you've got experience with it, hey, man, we'd love to have you. If you're Xbox or PlayStation, just look for some folks to play. Make sure you comment in below and let us know, man, because that's where the fun of it comes into, is finding people to play the game with. So we have this weak health potion, which is not much. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna equip it. We haven't got to the area yet where we can build our own stuff. We're just on our way into the interior of this island still. I mean, that kind of sounds like a painful death to me. Okay, so that gives us a potion now. I heard something, I don't know what it was. Like I said, range attacks, range attacks. Alright, assigning points. This is the ice shower. We may go with that. Alright, so now we bolstered up that one. We haven't spent enough points to open up into this other area yet. But we can start bolstering up the storm. Just like whenever you open up this ice spikes, it works pretty good as they're charging you. It's not one of my favorites, but you can increase it, make it stronger coming down through here. And same thing with the wind chill, you can increase that as well coming down into the ultimate. So there's a place we're going to show you whenever we start picking up missions where you can just sit there and just grind out some XP and max that out, max out your staff and any other weapon that you happen to pick up. If you've ever played Elder Scrolls, Skyrim, any kind of MMO, what's the name of that other one? World of Warcraft, I guess, is the one most people will know of. You want to go on big grinding farms where you can grind out those missions. And that's Aeternum, guys. So like most games, you do have these little icons to kind of show you which way to go. That giant deer we was following, he did. Something killed him. I don't know what. Fixing to find out.
My gift.
Something in the water.
blessing surge within me. Everlasting glory will be ours. Pathetic.
I didn't even drink from the pea water to get that extra strength. That's my lunchbox. We're gonna go grab that thing. That's right. We just kicked his butt. We get the lunchbox. Lunchbox of destiny. But it's got a little Davy snack cake in there. Yep. I had 2 of them in there.
What is mine? And now, you will join me. No matter. You will be mine soon enough.
So far, digging the storyline, guys. Very awesome. So now comes the part where we're going to get to join into the world. And it starts off kind of slow. Some basic missions, some crafting. And then we're going to find a grind where we can grind out some... grind out some XP.
A strong one, are you? Death and back, and you still have your soul. You should be proud.
Okay, so if you're new to this style of gaming, this may be confusing when you get to the open world. Like, okay, what am I looking for? Well, you're going to look for different color marks. So like this blue mark, this is someone we need to talk to. And then, of course, we'll be looking for gold marks, which will be main mission lines. Okay, so if you look, you're going to see question marks just bringing up your map, uncharted. So this is going to be an area where there's a shipwreck. And we're going to come up here and we're going to fight here after a while. But first, we got to master some of this crafting. So we got to talk to this soul survivor here. He's going to give some basic missions, which is to like grab some wood and some flint and stuff and build your crafting materials. I do recommend go ahead and get everything built that you can build. That'll be your... Let's bring that up so we can look at this thing here. Where's our crafting menu? You're going to be able to do shovels and axes and stuff like that. So you want to make sure you get all that taken care of. And for those of you who played the beta and you're wondering, hey, I did the early order and all that stuff, pre-order and all that, and you're wondering where your wolf is, well, you got to wait till you're level 20 and then you can use it. But he's in that area there, just so you're wondering. Same thing with a lot of the gear and stuff.
Let the air fill your lungs, friend. You have conquered death and been born again like new. No small feat. You died, and it won't be the last time. But this is Aeternum. No one gets away that easy. On a ship, smashed by the storm wall, of course. Like everyone else here. Maybe you forget. It would be a blow to your... but it will pass. Your soul is strong. They are reborn as something else. As a corrupted. Or worse. But come. We should not dwell on such dark matters. But you must be starving, friend. I always feed. Don't worry. Many boars roam wild just off the beach. Yes. And you will also want a skinning knife. Because boar skin tastes like, hair, mostly. Gather flint and wood, and then join me and Erda at our camp.
Okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to be looking for small trees. Keep an eye out for boar. Some of these things will attack you for no reason. Just for being moving around here. But you want to look around the rocks and stuff. You got to find flint. You may have to move off a little ways because everyone's just kind of like grinding the crap out of everything right there. Anytime you see them notes, make sure you read them. They gave us some green wood. We're just going around and we're hitting the bush because we need wood and we need flint. So let's just walk around here and get as much wood as you can. Alright, so this got that. Now it's time to find some flint. Best place to find flint, guys, is around mountain ranges down toward the bottom. It breaks loose and laying on the ground. That's pretty true of any MMO, so I do hope you remember that because it's going to help you with a lot of stuff. Remember this also, flint, different types of metal and stuff like that. They typically, certain things will hang around to other stuff. While we're doing these bushes, once we get an axe, we can cut down these young trees. Then we'll be able to do more mature trees. Then we'll be able to do elder trees and get pickaxes so we can do other stuff. But I'm just gathering as much flint as possible so we can go ahead and get everything built, our axes and stuff. Okay, let's go to the crafting area. Okay, so here you're going to find a list of different stuff that you can do. So this is a flint knife. This is actually what the mission is. So we're going to do this one first. We only need one. We'll hit continue. We want to equip it. Make sure you always equip. And then we want to go ahead and craft all this stuff too. So I've never broke one of these, at least in the beta. I don't know how it's going to do in the actual game. So we'll go ahead and equip the tool. What that does is moves it to your personal inventory so you can come in and just use it whenever you find something that needs to be mined or whatever. Again, equip it. Go ahead and do this sickle as well. This would be for like getting herbs and different things like that. So. Of course, we did the skinning knife already. So basic cooking, doesn't seem like there's a lot of stuff in here right now, but we're going to be working on that here in just a minute. So then you can do a wooden fishing pole later. I do recommend building one of those later, but okay. Now we're going to go get some boar. And try not to jump in on somebody's kill and take their stuff. They kind of get upset about that kind of stuff. Again, when you see these rumors and stuff, pick them up because it can open up missions for later. So sometimes you got to move away from everybody so you can get your stuff, but this is a tight area. That'll be enough to craft up some food here. So we can move into the next part of our mission leg here.
Craft your knife by the fire and show. Craft your knife by.
Let us see what you have there. A crude knife, but made well enough.
Of course it's well crafted, Berta. They were following my instruction.
More likely a natural, this one. That's good, stranger. Now you will need wit and skill if you would not languish on it. The town of Corinth up the road is mostly safe. But out here, we are on our own. No, I've never been well suited to...
They fool themselves. Nowhere is safe on Aeternum. We may escape death, but pain and suffering, and even madness lurk everywhere.
Yes, we are all a little mad on this island. But your mind is probably consumed with... Yes, those beasts trample everything in sight. You won't have to go far to find them.
Okay, so as you can see, I end up jumping too far ahead. I have a tendency to do that. We'll kill this boar here. Really? Yeah, like I said, you always end up with that one douchebag that's going to do that stuff. Come up, take your kill. Man, I think they just kill anything and everything that moves at this point. So that sounds like musketeers running around shooting. Alright, so there's just another note. Okay, so let's go cook us some rations now. Okay, this is what they call a light ration. You can do heavier rations later. So I can do 4, so we're gonna go ahead and craft that up and put that in our inventory too. So then, of course, you get like travel rations. It'll tell you what you need for them. So like this here would be some kind of red meat and then some kind of raw food like mushrooms and energizing light rations. Again, it shows you game meat. So would that be like a deer, stuff like that? You can get a lot of that kind of stuff too. But that's got all that now. I don't want to show you too much at one time because it might get confusing.
Ah, successful hunt? Enter. Yes, it smells like you cooked it just right. If there is any left over, give it here. Best not to let it go to waste, you know.
Hunt and cook your own boar, lazy bastard.
Ah, Erta is teasing me, of course. I'm just taking a moment to recover my strength before wading back in to cut down the corrupt during rebirth. Their souls become claimed by evil. They are like demons, possessed only with the desire to I thought you knew. The wreckage of your ship is just across the water. But there is nothing and no one that can be saved. All you can do now is put your former crewmates to rest and hope they don't return. Keep your weapon at the ready. As long as you don't get overrun, you should be fine.
So this, guys, this is the part of the mission where during the beta, usually that first big mission, you can grind out some stuff. Now you're only going to be able to grind to a certain ability, but you should be able to open up the perks for your major weapons that you start off with, such as the gauntlet and that fire staff here. Okay, leveled at 4. Like I said, we're going to do all of our stuff. So we're going to be here grinding a little bit. This is what you would call a XP grind. You'll find locations like this in the game. And I do recommend that you do everything you can do to grind up the weapon XP when you find these. I'm getting attacked by something there. Again, like I said, we've already completed. We got the armor chest that we needed, but what we're doing right now is we're just grinding out the XP. I do recommend that you take your time to do this in the game. You want to start this game with as big of an edge as you can, because you're going to be running across all sorts of stuff. You may not have to open up everything within a weapons group, but I do recommend at least open up your ultimates and your specials. That's going to be up to you. So we got another setup here. Now I got those opened up. It's time to work on the fire staff. Okay, so that's got some of the basic stuff done. We're gonna move on. Head back to the mission area. Complete this mission. Get our payout. Like I said, once you get those opened up on your main weapons, you can always find areas like that, or you can go back to that one if you want to, as you open up new weapons you want to use. But I do recommend getting all 3 specials opened up. And you can sit there for as long as you want, but typically once you get specials, you're going to be good till probably level 15. By then, you can start crafting some stuff.
Who better to tutor a new arrival into ways of Aeternums than us?
Indeed, but know this, new blood. The island's lessons never end. Our life, this new...
Must you be so... In fact, I heard pistol shots a few minutes ago. There may still be others out there in the wreckage who have not lost their souls. I agree. There are many shipwrecks, but if we move fast, we can cover them all by the day's end.
Stop being so thick-headed, Elstrom. Those ships will just be followed by more. Until you find the cause of the corruption, it...
Yes, they will spread out. You can search for survivors, my friend. As it reminds me, I must search for the source of this menace.
I'm not sure which undertaking is the greater risk. But it's no matter to me. I will remain here at the camp.
I am...
So when you complete these quests, make sure you come in and check your inventory for payouts. This in here is going to increase us 125. It's going to give us extra armor. It's going to give us 3 intelligence as well. I don't know about this one here. It says it gives 75. It's going to bring us to 75, but I don't know that that's any higher than what we've already got, honestly. Same thing, so I'm going to put that back on there. Yeah, we'll go with that. So leather working, we got rawhide, we got wood, and we have stone cutting still. That's all looking pretty good. Talk to this guy here.
There, huh? These corrupted bastards can be sneaky.
So via the character page, you're going to find your attributes, weapon mastery, trade skills, PvP stuff, achievements, etc. Your bio. You're going to be able to find all that in here. You can change your pronouns, your titles as you open new titles, what company you work for, and all that kind of stuff. Meaning in the game, you'll be able to join a faction, so you'll be able to see that. So we've got strength, dexterity, intelligence, focus, and constitution. There are ways to find out what you want to apply these to. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to weapons mastery. Now, depending on the weapon that you want to use the most, you can actually come in and check out and see what it is that affects it the most. Let's see here, trade skills. Yeah, and as you craft, you're going to be able to open up new crafting, weaponsmithing. So as you build weapons, you'll level that up. Refining, you'll be able to level that up, etc., etc. You'll be able to just really hammer out a lot of this stuff here. Let's check out the rest of this. So there's our PvP reward track. There's just kind of an achievement overall. Achievements to show you what you got, like if you're doing PvE, what kind of quests you've done. There's 110. We haven't done any of them yet. PvP. Various quests are 61. Faction missions 185. Progression 8 of 262. General 0 of 163. So yeah, you can see it's going to help you keep track of everything on there. I think for me, this scales with intelligence on my fire staff. Typically, any kind of mage is going to scale with intelligence. So I'm gonna bring the intelligence level up on this. It's gonna make that a little bit more. You can see you can max this thing out as you go. So that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. Focus is going to be something that's going to help with life staff, flail and shield, and the void gauntlet. I don't use the void gauntlet much. I do prefer the ice gauntlet, but you can see what it is you're going to be able to train here. But like I said, I'm going to go with intelligence this first time. Get that assigned up. As you can see, it's going to take a very long time to get it up there. Gotta go search for some more survivors here. Now, how you proceed in this game is going to be up to you. If you want to jump right straight into the missions, you can. Some people like to come up and they'll start, harvesting the trees and things like that. It's going to help with your crafting ability. So you're going to be able to do staffs and swords and, various things. You're going to be able to come up and do some mining as well. Taking out some of these stones. Maybe not those stones. We'll have to find some that'll let us pickaxe on them. But I do recommend that you run the missions to about level 15. Then you can really start to focus on your focus. Once you get to where you end up getting sent to the village via a mission, which is right around level 7 or 8, run a few of the missions there. You can come straight outside of the city, harvest wood, harvest stone stuff, come back in, break all that stuff back down at the refineries, and that's just going to help you in the long run.
I am with you. I am within you.
Eat ledger, bastards! So, here I am, fighting off the demon hordes, and I'm thinking, how the hell do I get down from up here? So what do you say? Maybe give a girl a hand? Eat ledger, bastards! You won't be getting a piece of great Oman, daddy. Back on the sand. You have my thanks. I know a safe spot this way. Come on. Well now, can't tell you what a relief it was seeing someone who was still human. I was beginning to think I was all alone out here. The rest of the world had gone mad. Perfect. I was betting there'd be some kind of folk somewhere on this rock. Figured I'd go look for it after I'm done out here. I'm not about to go walking away from a whole fleet of fresh salvage. This isn't my first shipwreck, you know. One thing I've learned, you have to always think ahead, keep an eye on the horizon. And there's booty to be had here. Countless treasures captain and crew had stashed on board, if you know where to look. Of course! Not like these rotters care a damn for it, and I'll be needing a new ship, a new crew. That takes coin. In fact, if you want to partner up, I'll split the loot 70-30. That's the spirit. It's a deal. I need to circle back to my own ship to grab what I can. But there's a wreck over there I haven't searched yet. My first mate went that way, but something happened to him.
I think
Don't let
looting your ship is probably the better option. But I'll stick with what the mission says.
There you are. I was starting to worry. More importantly, though, what did you find? Let's see here. Oh, yes. These are definitely worth a coin or... Unfortunately, I didn't have as much luck as you did. I worry it's bad luck leaving behind my own treasures, but I can't get through the bastards. Now there's a good mate. Tough one too, if you're so confident. No complaints, though. Tell you what, if you can get my stuff back, I'll give you a greater share of our profits. 40-60. Or what the hell, 30-70. What do you say?
Something tells me she ain't gonna stick with this because we did a 50-50 and she doing 40-60. I bet she's gonna try to stick me with a 40, but I think I can take her.
Most of our cargo was lost at sea, and I got my captain's log on the way out. Born in me now is leaving behind my ship's...
So I do like to bring up my health as well, obviously. So we're gonna bring that up a couple points here. That's gonna help us with some of this. But we're gonna be focusing with that. We'll come up to intelligence. We may come up into doing some stuff for the life staff. I'm not sure yet, man. I'm really looking at the strength aspect or the dexterity for swords and stuff. So we'll just have to wait and see what we develop into here. But we'll focus on the magic and the health for now. And you may be wondering where you get these other weapons that you see people use. A lot of those are what they started off with. But remember, as you run through this game,
A great challenge, don't they? You and I never hesitate. We share a great destiny.
you're going to open those up as you fight other members or other creatures and stuff. The NPCs, you'll be opening up different stuff as you progress in the game. So you can build them, you can buy them, you can open it up. You know, like any other game, you're not going to have to spend any money to get anything good on this game. You're going to just craft it yourself. But it does take time to get your crafting skills and stuff up, especially if you want to start doing weapons that have multiple types of abilities, such as frost and fire or void and things like that. You can add that stuff to the different weapons you use in this game, but you got to get your crafting up. So that's kind of what we're going to work on here after a while. But right now we're just trying to get to the city mission, and then we'll start doing some of that.
And you rescued a survivor too. Your legend grows by the hour. This Grace O'Malley has spirit. But she does not like our refuge here. She called me primitive. Despite her personality, we could use her help against the enemy. I scouted the sea caves along the shoreline, and I saw many corrupted. Something evil is stirring in there. I can feel it.
As if the crimson clouds hovering over the area weren't a dead giveaway. I've told him for days that's where it was coming from.
Yes, I know. I told you I would check it out, and now I have. Some dark energy is definitely coming out of that place. Ah, see now. That is the spirit of a warrior. We will charge into battle together, my friend. It's a shame your pirate companion refuses to...
The poor girls just survived a shipwreck. I suspect you will.
Aye.
As with most quests, they figured out that there's a problem in the area and they scout it and then they send you to deal with it. That real big dude with the sword, he's going to send you to go check it out. So that's cool. So we're going to just take this supply cache. We're going to check, see what they got around this area now that it's letting us look a little bit further.
Look, I'm as grateful as can be that you reclaim my flag and all. But don't ask me to go on a fool crusade against those red-eyed demons. I don't need a Medal of Valor. Just a coin for me, thank you very much. Your local friends say there's a town a bit up the road. I'll head there and sell this loot. I'll set your part aside until you get there. For my part, I'll be saving up for a ship to escape this hellish island. Ugh, those two say there's some kind of storm wall out there, but they say a lot of things, and I don't believe a word of it. Besides, Captain Grace O'Malley never met a storm she couldn't navigate. Well, have it your way, hero. I just hope you don't end up as one of those monsters yourself. Don't worry.
Okay, I'm going to eat my food real quick, guys, and we'll get back at it. Shouldn't be more than a minute or two. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just following the mission lines as it pings them up here until it actually sends me to the town. I'm not going to do really any of the crafting stuff like cutting down trees or anything until after I reach that town, because there is a warehouse you can put a lot of that stuff, and you want to save a lot of that. You don't want to just dump it.
Your friend is no warrior. Perhaps she is like Urta, smart. That will help her survive. We must be smart too. Now that I see the corrupted in the cavern, I've never seen corrupted in such numbers. I fear they will attack our camp. I am. If something happened to her, I could not bear it. She pokes fun at me sometimes, but I probably deserve it. I was looking forward to spilling corrupted blood with you. It's true. I think now I must go back to the camp.
And I'm supposed to believe he was looking forward to spilling the corrupted blood with me. I don't believe so. Every time it comes down time to fight, he runs back to camp. So we're on our own, guys. Unless you fight with your friends.
Urta is in danger. Damn it. You can have the glory today, my friend. If you find the source of the evil, destroy it and get the hell out.
So as you can see, we've got quite a few folks gathering up to this territory area. The old tidal cave, where's it at? I guess we're just following the red glow, guys.
And they shall witness the power manifest. The true future of the human race.
So as with all MMOs, be checking the areas. You're going to find all kinds of cool stuff typically. So you want to be checking everything pretty nice. Okay, looks like we're headed the right direction here. I think we killed it. Alright. Well, that was quick, wasn't it? Not seeing any chests as of yet. What kind of weapons we got here? Defiled rapier.
You steal that which is mine. You assault my followers. And now you disrupt my plans. This is personal.
Apparently it's personal, guys. You gotta be careful, because it's gotten personal now.
Yet you live! Ah! I knew you had triumphed! See there! The corruption has even receded away from our camp! What did you find in the sea caves? Some kind of abomination? A corruption rift? I I've heard tales of such things. And you shut the bastards down, did you? Ha! You are here a short time, and already vanquishing the corrupted. A feat fit for legend.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. This is a victory, but we must recognize this is not going to be an isolated occurrence. Yes. I have seen this before, more than once. When corrupted come in such numbers, it is a portent for dark times. In the past, an avatar has risen and led the corrupted in a campaign to consume all of Aeternum. No souls are safe from their reach.
Well, that just sounds horrible.
It's unlikely you would be here. But make no mistake, an avatar is coming, and we must warn the nearby towns.
I done fought the Avatar. I'm pretty sure that was that dude at the beginning. He ain't dead though. Take a message.
That would be for the best.
We gotta take this to the town, looks like.
There have been some misunderstandings between Elstrom and the town guard in the past. Besides, he likes it here.
My friend, your valor is deserving of a reward. Follow the road to town, warn them, and then get a cup of mead at the tavern. You earned it.
So that's the one that's going to take us to the town, it looks like. We're going to ease up that way and get started on some things. Once you get into town, there's some missions that we can bring up. Quite a few missions. There's a way that you could build the towns up and stuff as well. So we're going to focus on some of that today, I believe. If we can, we may have to be a higher level. I think it has to do with level, honestly. But we're just going to have to wait and see what the game allows us to do here. I am currently uploading the update from last night's Skull and Bones update, so be sure you check that video out, and then we'll be getting this one posted up on the YouTube later, so people can see exactly what we're doing. And like I say, we're going to be building a guild over here with Band of Souls, and we got quite a few folks already, but we still definitely got plenty of room for more guys and gals. You know, we include anybody who wants to play. So as you can see, we're tracking and skinning. As you skin animals and stuff, it's going to increase your skinning abilities and your tracking abilities. Same thing for cutting down trees and stuff, just so you're aware. The black boar, a whole lot easier to take out than some of these wolves.
Come closer. It is time you know the whole truth.
So we could go to the statues, or we could just go to the town. We may as well come up here and check this stuff out. This is one of the things with the missions that you'll see. Here's a settlement up here, so this is where we're going to be heading anyway, so we may as well check this stuff here out and ease our way that way.
This island has always guarded the promise of paradise. Humanity cast out, deemed unworthy of such blessings. But I did not come here seeking paradise. I came for answers. Redemption after a life of weakness and suffering. And I found a truth that disproved everything I had been taught. I tasted the knowledge forbidden to us at creation, and I saw the vision of humanity's true potential. I knew then, I must correct this ancient injustice and restore the power which is rightfully ours. The heart of the mountain now beats strong with this purpose. After a century of preparation, our campaign has begun. The island's townships already fall before the might of our armies. The only thing I had not foreseen is you. You, who have stolen the gift meant for me. And now your soul will pay the price. For I will not stop until I have seized back the destiny stolen from us and brought true freedom to the world, both old and new.
I don't know about y'all, that was pretty intense, man. It kind of scared me a little bit. I might poo myself just a little on that one. All right, so bearer of bad tidings. We gotta go tell the town they fix get overrun by the corrupted here. Now, as you can hear, there's people cutting down trees and stuff. Once you built your axes and stuff like that we had earlier, you want to look for what they call young trees. This is a mature tree, so you're not gonna be able to take it out. You need to focus on young trees, which would be like these small looking trees here. And every time you cut one down, it's going to increase your logging ability. It's also going to adjust your crafting as well. And then when you take it back to the town and you process all that wood into whatever you process it into, usually logs and stuff, you can build weapons with it, depending on what type of wood it is. So you may find some like ancient stuff that you can use for staffs and such. You may find special ingots to use and things like that as well. So the thing is, do you want to go straight to town or help?
World Aeternum have never been safe, but the roads? I've never seen anything like this before today. Vicious balls came out of nowhere. How should I know? Do I look like some kind of boar mind reader? Not me. I'm just a simple traveling herbalist. Tell you this much, however, the beasts have ruined me for the season. You mean you'd help old hapless Hal? Why, yes, you're a saint. Take my sickle, hunt up some truffles, and bring them to the settlement. Oh,
So apparently I didn't have to build my own sickle. Apparently I didn't have to build my own. I went ahead and built my own. But anyway, so you got to come up and you want to find where these truffles are at. And this is going to help you with gathering. So you'll be able to gather stuff a little easier as you progress. You're going to be able to craft better items, I guess, gathering items, just like in, like, say, Skull and Bones. For those of you, I know a lot of you are playing Skull and Bones and been following our channel for a while. If you're new to it or new to MMOs, you're going to end up with these different types of crafting weapons or crafting materials, the items that you need to craft that stuff. So now that I've got the truffles, what I'm doing is I'm just trying to get what I can as far as the trees. We can only do the young trees right now. To mature, we're not a high enough level for, obviously. So one thing you're doing is trees, piles of rocks, smaller piles of rocks. You can take that kind of stuff out. And we're looking for young trees that people aren't already mining or cutting down. Maybe think, why there's so many people over here. Well, just move around the fort. You go to the back side if you want to. Seems like it's level 50 is when you can start doing the older trees, the mature trees. And of course your boulders, you're going to start with boulders, and you can do larger rocks and stuff later. Okay, so it's going to take that. You got to do that like a while, man, to get your level up. So one of the things I'm going to show you here is once you get some of that stuff in your inventory, you want to make sure that you come into the town, and you're going to look for the stations where you're going to craft that stuff, break it down into logs and stones and things like that. Now, there's only so much you're going to be able to do right off the bat, but it's going to be building up your abilities as you go. So this is the arcane repository. That's not going to do us much good. We're looking for a stoneworking station. There's tannery, so we could actually do some leather work with that, because we should have some hides in here maybe. Yeah, so we got like 12, so let's go ahead and do that. And what that's going to work is that's going to help bring our leather working up, so we can do more stuff with it later. Okay, so let's got that. So that coarse hide, what that'll be used for is in something else later as we continue to progress. We're going to be needing stuff like you got raw hide, and you'll have abnormal bone, unusual bone, bizarre bones. It's going to be all sorts of different stuff. So coarse leather is what we can make right now, but as you get in here, you're going to be able to make different stuff. But it takes getting that level up, so that's what we're going to work on right now. Crafting abilities. Alright, so this is to make like a wooden bow. We're going to need some timber. You can put a craft mod on it. That's for the workshop. What we are looking for is a place to do our lumber. Fast travel. I hear a forge. That's the kitchen. That's where you cook. A loom. We don't have any linen. Outfitting station. All right, stonework. Guess it's that. And we should have a woodworking station somewhere. It's a forge. I don't think we got anything to forge, but we'll double check. No. Trading post. You can buy weapons and stuff at the trading post. I'm still looking for my lumber station, man. Looks like it right there. Yeah, so we're gonna make some timber. Okay. Now we want to find us the warehouse, wherever the warehouse is at. Now I understand there's project boards you could be running right now as well. You come up, get some projects. It may have you go get some wood. It may have you, do various different things. There's our storage shed. That's typically what I'm looking for. We want to place a waypoint here. My waypoint, there it is. Your waypoint will be the golden pin. The blue pins are in game, so this must be the storage shop here. Okay, then what we're going to do is we're going to store a bunch of this stuff that we don't absolutely need with us right now. So we have this basic food with us. We can store a lot of this over here. Let me bring this up first real quick. Looks like we have a life flame pillar. This does fire damage, so we're going to go ahead and put this one on. It's a little bit better staff. As far as the defiled rapier and all that stuff, don't really need it. I could actually take and break that knife down probably. Move with the right joystick. Okay. We'll go ahead and move our rations over too. We've got some sort of fishing bait. We'll move our stone. Now you do have a certain amount of weight you can carry, so that's what I'm doing, is just moving a lot of stuff over right now. We do have this mission to turn in with the, you call that crap, the truffles. So let's see if this is Truffle Boy.
Here's my new friend right here. Oh, the truffles I lost and then some. I hope it wasn't too hard. Keep that sickle for your troubles. And if you make a habit of harvesting herbs and such, we'll cross pay it.
All right, so he gets your herbs and all that stuff. Now, what you can do is go pick up another mission. What I recommend doing at this point is you want to be able to craft you a better weapon. Now, we do have this fire staff, which works pretty good. But I do recommend that you exit out of the town and into an area, something like maybe over here. Plenty of woods. You want to get in the area where you cut down all the trees, not be competing for it.
You there?
Man, we can talk
New
to
to
this guy,
Corinth,
but-
are you? Did you then? Does that as if we don't have enough problems? Everyone talking about something. Well, isn't that grand? Look, the speaker asked 5 people.
Like I said, you can find various missions in here. Up to you if you're going to complete it right now. Like I said, I'm trying to get my level up some, so I'm not seeing anybody out here, so we're going to start cutting. I do hear other people cutting though, so we might run into other folks. Like I say, don't get tunnel vision and just focus on trees. Watch for anything and everything. If you see herbs and stuff, go ahead and harvest that stuff up. The bushes and all that kind of crap, it's up to you if you want to get them. I'd say go ahead and get it. Because there might be rocks and stuff under it you can mine. So we're at level 14 logging right now. We need a level 15 to be able to do the mature tree. So we just got to keep going. Level 15. As you can see, it ranks up pretty quick. And then crafting in there, making lumber or whatever. That's going to help those levels as well. It's going to help you with your crafting. So this is basics of crafting. You have to harvest, build up your harvesting skills, obviously, and then build up your crafting skills. Eventually you'll be able to clear those real large boulders, almost mountain size. Maybe not quite that big, but they'll be larger than what we're doing right now. And this is earning you XP also, by the way. I mean, I know it's not a whole lot, but it does earn you some XP. And every now and then you'll get some fancy stuff like whispering wood, so that'll be used to make certain types of weapons. So you want to look at, not everything's going to be green wood as you're cutting this stuff down. Most of it will be, but you want to watch for special type woods and make sure you hang on to that stuff. It'll be crafted into special types of staffs and things, bows. It appears somebody dropped a tree on me. Man, I've been waiting a while for this game to come out. We got to play that beta here a while back. Several of the guys in the Discord group, we was in here and had a lot of fun with it, and decided, hey, you know what, this would be a good one to add to our community, because it opens up a lot of opportunity to do some really great team play. A lot of this type of stuff, I'm trying to get a lot of this done. That way when I group up with the team, most everybody works and plays in the evening. So I'm trying to get all my crafting crap done. That way I'm not holding them up with that. I'm gonna be heading back into the town here in a minute just to deal with some of this wood. If you look at the bottom center, there's a gold bar building underneath the health meter. I believe that is how much weight we've got. So we're about 50%. We're not quite over encumbered, but we're getting there. Or that may actually be our level. I'm not really sure how to see how much room we have. Let's see here. 118 of 200 on my inventory, so we still got some room. But let's go ahead and check these out. These are young trees. We'll stick around. I think most of these are matures. We'll cut these out and then go on in. We're level 31, so we're getting there. Always be on the lookout for game. It's the best meat you can do because it's going to give you stamina and all sorts of stuff instead of just some health. Game will be rabbit, deer, stuff, you know, your typical hunting variety of animals that you would do in actual life. So, and I'm just basically farming my way to an entrance is all I'm doing here, guys. There's an auto run feature on this where if I click my left joystick in, he runs. And I always forget to turn that thing off when I go into that map, and he'll just be running into a building. So if you're playing on a console, make sure you disable the auto run before you leave the screen there. Let's get this stone taken care of here. Okay, so we've officially hit apprentice logging research. Now what we can do is look in here and see exactly what we've got. So we can do lumber. To get this lumber, we need 4 aged wood for every 2 timber. And then some obsidian sandpaper. Now you find that later in the game as you're progressing around killing enemies and stuff. So definitely we will be getting into to more of that later. But like I say, you can see kind of what you got here. You got this withered wood and all this other type of stuff. Now you're going to have to wait until you reach these higher levels to be able to craft this stuff. But later on you'll be able to do this logging, research notes. Then they have the novice logging research notes after the apprentice. Then the journeyman, and so on and so forth. So you need these different types of resin. So this in here is going to really boost you up quite a bit. Strange resin is for that. Abnormal resin does this one. That's going to probably be from your larger trees and then your rare trees and stuff. So we're going to be looking for those here. All right, now the next thing we want to do is go to our where is the station to order everything? Come on, man. There's the storage shed right there. Okay. Be sure you use that map, guys. It's going to help you quite a bit. That's not what we're looking for. I'm looking for the storage shed, which is right here. And again, I want to put all my stuff in that I'm not needing at the moment so we can cook some meat. We'll probably do that here after a while. This here looks like it gives you a boost. Produce basket? I don't know. Gave us a bunch of stuff to cook with, it looks like. We'll hang on to it and go craft some food here in a minute. So when we get a blunderbuss, we can use that to enchant on it. So that'll be nice. Leather working, again, moving the leather over. We may need it later. So there's 150 to timber. There's some of this green wood stuff left. And this is that whisper wood. We'll continue to farm this stuff out. Of course, looks like we've got stone blocks, flint, stone. Now let us go continue. Like I said, I want to get that up to level 50 so we can start mining some actual iron ore. It does styling, okay. Let's see where we come out here. There's really not a whole lot of trees left, is there? Okay, we're going to come out up here, I think. Best way is to straight out and to the right. Sure. Yep. So this is where you go find missions. Now you can't do these town projects while you're out doing stuff. So like this, and here's wild bison hunter needed. Hunt 5 wild bison. I'm not sure where to find it, but we can go ahead and we can hit this thing. We'll go ahead and hit that one there too. So we need harvester, need 150 fibers. I don't know where we're going to find this stuff, but we are going to definitely look. So we're looking for bison. We're looking for linen. We'll see what we can find. Bison, I imagine, are going to be near a field. There's really no major fields around that I can see. This here is finding bait. Get you your fishing rod and all that good stuff. We'll keep an eye out for those things. Alright guys, so as I continue doing this on my quest to get to level 50 so I can start actually crafting some better stuff, I'm going to hop off of the feed and we will be back on later. Like I said, we're going to continue playing, so if you got me on your friends list, add me up. If you don't have me on your friends list, check in our Discord and you're going to find what my gamer tag is for this game. And we will be able to connect that way. We'll catch you later, guys.